Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play for Farming Simulator 22 as we continue our start from scratch Elmcreek run here. And we just finished selling off our last of our bread, the last of all of our silage. And right now we got 27,000 bucks, although I'm about to pay off a little bit more of the loan. So we do have 75,000 bucks available for loan, which is really awesome. But not much else for us to do today. All the grass is asleep right now because it is winter. So really nothing for us to do except fast forward until we can either harvest the grass or, mow the grass or plant, which obviously mowing the grass will hopefully come first. It will. I'll just say that. Here comes the snow. Grass still growing and asleep at the moment. Bread still being made. I guess we could check the prices again. Still pretty good prices actually at the grocery mart. Like really good prices at the grocery mart. I mean, we might as well sell what we got. Any more coming out soon? A little bit while, but not right away. Let's go ahead and sell what we got here real quick. Get us a couple $1,000s more while it's still at a good price. Still got a lot of flour queued up in this thing, or for this thing, I should say. Thankfully, this drop-off is very close. Said we need to save some money. I think I said this in the last episode. Save some money for harvesters and stuff like that. But I guess we've got everything, don't we? We literally don't have to save our money for any equipment because we have all the equipment. I mean, we got to buy seed and fertilizer and that kind of stuff, but that is it. I keep forgetting that this is the playthrough that we have. We own everything versus our other playthroughs where we're doing a lot of leasing. All right, well, that's that. I mean, anything else? We can check the used equipment. I mean, there's a New Holland there. Yay. I mean, cool tractor or cool semi, which would be nice. I would love to have the semi someday. Just not ready for it yet. And maybe not even necessarily this one. Maybe the one that has the hitch on the back, because I think that would be more universal for us. So no, we'll just ignore that for now. Any good contracts that we care about? Probably not. Plowing, bunch of cultivating. I mean, there's some good contracts, but nothing that we're interested in at the moment. So I think we fast forward again. Grass is asleep, so nothing to do there. You get contracts, nothing really crazy. And you got used equipment. I mean, cool, what I'm trying to say, forage harvester here, but not super. I mean, don't get me wrong, you could do forage harvester stuff with grass. We could go that route if we wanted to, but not really what we're looking for. I mean, I wish this grass roller was bigger, but it's not. And then check prices real quick. Bread, okay, starting to drop. Silage actually staying a pretty decent price. And how are we looking on the growth? Still growing, so still asleep at the moment. So we're definitely going to be fast forwarding another month here. Let's go ahead and get driven back over here. couple more crates of bread over here, but not at the price that we're looking for. All right, so there's that. Let's jump out. Let's go ahead and fast forward again and be ready for, this will be March. So I think the grass will be ready to mow in March. The real question is, will it be ready to mow in May, I think is what we're looking for. Because if we can plant the sorghum in the second month that it's available. Oh, nope. I think it's still... Oh, no, it is harvestable. Okay. If we can plant the sorghum in the second month that it's available, then we might get another round of crop on the grass, right? I think that was the plan. And all of our fields are at the same spot, which is awesome. Now, surely this thing will not windrow the stuff that's already there, will it? I'll be honest, I haven't tried before, so this will be interesting to see. Oh, yeah, I gotta borrow some money back. Oh, yeah. We'll just get all our money back just so we have it, see it. No, I didn't think it would. So I guess in theory we still need to get another windrower, unless we just really want to go up and down these paths, which wouldn't be the worst thing to do just once. Alright, you're doing that. Let's get you hooked up with the roller. Because we're going to try and do one more round of grass before we seed anything. Hopefully it works out. Actually, I think this guy could probably go ahead and get started. He's quite a bit slower than that other guy. We'll let the other guy turn around, though, just to make sure there's no interference. All right, let's get you rolling. I'm going to check some prices on some things real quick. Silage, we're not going to have any, so it doesn't matter. But bread, starting to drop, so we can ignore you. And again, the plan is to plant the sorghum in May, which means we can harvest it in September, plant the grass in September, right? Because that's still within, yes, it is. Harvest in November. We would only be able to harvest in November, though, because January would be frozen. We'd be able to harvest in March, and we'd be able to harvest in May. So that would be 3 harvests of grass. Whereas if we plant after this, like if we were to plant sorghum next month, harvest in August, then we could plant grass in August, harvest in October. Not harvest in December, I don't think. Right? I think I said October a second ago for the planting grass. Planting grass, if we do it in May of sorghum, it'd be harvested in September. I looked at the wrong line. I think I was looking at grapes, which means we can plant grass in September, harvest in November, harvest again. So it's November. No, it's still 3. I think I'm still 3 no matter what I do. No, if I wait until I do it early, April and August, as the planting and harvest for sorghum. Then I harvest grass in October. It's frozen in December, January, February. I harvest in March. I only get 2. So no, harvesting late, doing the sorghum late gives me 1 more round, I think. I think that's how this is going to work out. Because this field over here is one of the ones I think I did at a different cycle, and this is its 3rd time being mowed. Whereas the other 2 fields are only about to get mowed 2nd time, and if I were to go ahead and plant right away, I would only get 2. I think that's right. I could be misremembering how it all worked out, but it seems like the math is working out in that way now, so we're going to go with that. So if we want 3, we have to delay the sorghum. Which doesn't really hurt us at all. I mean, the sorghum is fine. There's no reason why it can't be delayed at all. We got plenty of flour to last us quite a while. In fact, what is the math on the flour again? So it's about 43.20 per month. So we've got over a year's worth of flour sitting there. What, about 58,000 a year, almost 60,000 a year, something like that. So we're a little bit over a year's worth of flour. So we're good for quite a while. Definitely until we regrow some sorghum, which does mean as soon as we grow the sorghum and harvest it, we very likely will be able to go ahead and get our chicken coop set up, because why not? All right, I'm going to go ahead and put a quick pause in here. We'll come back once we've made a little bit more progress on the mowing. All right, we are done with all of the mowing. It was very quick and efficient. I'm going to park you over here for right now. Still got to do a bit of the rolling, though. In fact, I'm moving you up to the other end to get the little bit that got missed, and then we'll knock out these other 2 fields. Definitely going to need a windrower on this field. It's just got a bit chaotic with that new mower, which is fine. We'll rent it the one time, and then we should never have to borrow it again, hopefully. Oh, I forgot to lift you up. I was looking at some balers, and I'll show you something thinking about. We'll go over that here in just a minute. Obviously, we don't need it yet, so I'm not going to make any changes at the moment. But I do want to get a different baler, because I don't want to do the double pattern, right? The double setup. I want to have just an all-in-one that can just take everything, and then we don't even have to worry about it. So I'll show you the ones that I was looking at. All right, while he's doing that, let's so the baler we've got right now is this one right here. It's just the Impress 125F. So it is just a simple baler, nothing else. It just does baling, and then we got the bale repper obviously right here. So between the two, I mean, once we repair them, we probably can get maybe $45,000 maybe out of the 2 of them. So we're still a little bit short of what we would need to buy us another baler, but I was looking over here, and if we go look at, where are they? There they are. Obviously we want something that can do the wrapping as well. So we got the Claas here, 78,500. Not bad. We've got the Impress 185 here. That's at 100,000 just about. So that one's not too bad. We'll obviously get a little bit bigger from there. We're not going to go look at those because those are too big. Then we got this other 75 right here. This Impress 125 FC. So it's kind of like the one we've got, but I guess it's an FC instead of an F. I'm assuming the 125 relates to the diameter of the bales, because this is 125 centimeters. And then we do have the fast bale back here on the back, which I wonder if that actually is fast. I mean, it's a lot smaller, to be fair, but I feel like this one might be pretty good for us. I mean, this one's the same price as this Class one, right? I mean, they're basically very, very similar in a lot of ways. Both do round bales. I mean, there's nothing special about one over the other that I can tell. 130 horsepower, 145. I mean, we'll probably take the smaller one, or the one that's less horsepower, just because we have smaller tractors, but I have a feeling they're probably basically about the same. 4,000 liters. I mean, is anything different there? That doesn't say here, but I wonder what that 4,000 liters means. Does that mean it can have a... I wonder if this means it can have it processing while it's doing a bale in the back or something like that. Now, this one is pretty big, so it might be a little bit hard to turn around with our small field size and stuff like that, but I don't know. Can always do the little turner thing. I don't know if it... we might as well, just because it makes sure it sits up right. We'll have to see. We're going to experiment with those. We're going to try one of those out, but that will be for May, once we do our next round of grass clippings. Anything else we wanted to look at? Nothing on the used equipment. Any contracts we care about? Sowing, plowing, bunch of cultivatings, and that is it. I mean, we could definitely make us some money off the cultivating. Goodness. But not really what we're looking for. I think we're in a pretty good money spot right now. I mean, it's not coming super fast, but I think it's coming fast enough that we're going to be able to be fine. Just out of curiosity, how much... There's the Pottinger. So yeah, I mean, it's almost fully repaired, so it actually isn't going to be worth that much to us. But I think getting the bigger one's still going to be worth it. It's just be more efficient for us in the grand scheme of things. All right, I'm going to let this roll for a little bit longer, and we'll be back when we're further along with this as well. I'm ready to fast forward. All right, we are back, and we are just finishing up the last little bit of rolling over here. While we're doing that, I'm actually was sitting here looking at the map, trying to come up with, like, what is the next plan? I think the very next plan of, like, big purchases would be... I mean, I do want to get the better baler, right? So that's going to be probably $40,000 more than what we can sell the other balers for, so something like that. So that's going to ding us pretty hard on what our current finances are. So we will need to wait for some more crops and stuff like that to sell before we can do anything else. After that, I think it's the chickens. And then I think at some point we want to do get some more field space just to have more stuff coming in. The chickens are going to need a lot of feed, and obviously we want to continue to keep the the bread monster happy, so we got to feed that as well. And so I think some more fields would be something that we want to look into. Now, there are a couple fields that are going to be pretty easy for us to use because they're very close to us. And so let me get this rolling here, and once I get turned on the straightaway, I'll pull up the map, the bigger map. There's a little bit of a tiny line over here that we missed. All right, let's get you going. So I think if we go for 48 and 49, that's about $110,000 between the two of them. And then I think the plan would be to cut 48 straight across and basically make a rectangle here. Just a little bit of 49, most of 48, trim off the top of 48, and then the rest of 49, what I think we use that for is just more space to put buildings and things, right? We could put whatever else we need for the cakes, right? Because the cakes are going to need, obviously we got the eggs, we need strawberries, we need greenhouses. So we could put some greenhouses over there. We can put some, I don't know if we'll do the sugar mill, but we might put like a butter factory, a dairy, so that we can get, we can just get milk from somewhere. You know, maybe we don't do our own cows again because we've already done that, but maybe we get some butter coming from a dairy or something like that. So we've got some options there with that extra space to kind of be able to take advantage of that and do something with it. So that's kind of the thought process I got going for right now. Again, that's you know, we're talking a couple $100,000 down the road before we can even get there. Like I said, 40,000 for the baler, you know, 80,000 for the chickens, and then another 110,000 or so for those fields. So we got our work cut out for us for sure. but I think it's definitely going to be a decent plan. I think it's, I mean, I'm kind of excited about it. I think it's going to be fun, but we'll see. And of course, we're going to have the eggs coming in to give us more income. Once we get the strawberries down, that'll give us even more income and kind of go from there. So that's kind of the thought process at the moment. I mean, the chicken coop's not going to take up this entire field right here. So we can definitely do something else here. I'll have to play that by ear, but we'll see what else we want to do on this field. But there are options here for sure. All right, so that's that. Anything else we need to do today? I don't think so. I think we can just fast forward to tomorrow. So let's do that. This will be 1 month where we could technically plant sorghum, but we're not going to. And then we'll do 1 more month after that, and that's when we'll be planting our sorghum. Oh, I forgot to pay off some of my loan. That's all right. It's not, I mean, it's good if I remember, because it saves a couple $100. It's not the end of the world if we don't. All right, so anything here we care? Oh, man. Well, there's a baler right there. But that's not what we're looking for. We don't want a separate baler. Big ol' honking mower here. This one doesn't do... Oh, it can. So for $72,000, we can get this giant... I say giant. It's 12.3 meters. I think I'd rather have the one that attaches to the back. I don't think I like the trailer ones with our compact space. So we're going to ignore that one exists again. Because that's just what we do. I don't even know why I look. I look because I want to just drool for a moment, I guess. Anything on the prices? Bread, not great. Obviously, we don't care about silage. That's all we got. Any contracts we care about? Oh, a bunch of cultivating still. Spraying, sowing. I mean, we could do some sprayings, I suppose, but not too worried about it. This one is fertilizing on a couple fields. No harvesting at the moment, which makes sense. I mean, it's a good spraying contract, 69. We could definitely get some money for that. I'm going to avoid that, I think. No, I don't think there's anything else for us to do except cruise along. How's the bread looking? Do we need to move anything off the spot? No, we're good. Still, there's nothing stored up right at the moment. And there's still an open spot right there. All right, well, next month, I mean, again, this is the month we could be planting sorghum, but we're not going to. So next month will be our actual planting sorghum month. But first, we got some grass to mow. Of course, it's raining. Nothing here that we care about. I'm actually going to fast forward. Again, I don't remember if the rain affects the grass mowing, but we're going to just skip past it anyway. There we go. Didn't take that long. And let's grab our mower. We'll go do the messed up field first, just so we can go ahead and get the windrower. Get all that taken care of, and then we can go from there. All right, let's get you rolling. We'll go grab our windrower. With you. Doesn't have to be anything fancy, but I definitely want it to be big enough to justify grabbing. So probably this 8.4 meter one. Not too expensive. Oh, while I'm going over there, I should take one of these pieces of equipment with me that I'm planning on getting rid of. Just to make sure it's fully repaired up and stuff like that, to get the maximum price we can. Do we have a cultivator still over there? I don't remember, actually, all of a sudden. Let's check. Do we have a cultivator? Yeah, we do. Tiny one, but it'll work for now. We also have a seeder, right? Do we not? We do not. Okay, well then we'll definitely need to get a seeder, which probably means I might get rid of the cultivator if we're going to get a actual, like a better planter seeder thing that can actually cultivate. Maybe we'll have to check to see what's available. I mean, it can't be anything too big because our field's not that big. All right, let's get you repaired, all $4 of you. We'll get you repainted. And we will sell. A little bit of money. Bring the baler back over here in a moment. Now we could always just lease a baler for now. That's definitely an option. I kind of like the idea of owning as much as we can. But it would save us a bit of money, to be fair. And we only use it once a year, don't we? So there's, if you need justification for only using, or for leasing something, the fact that you only use it once a year is pretty good justification. Same thing with the seeder that we're going to get, you know. We only use it once a year because we use that weeder thing for the grass. Of course, we only use that once a year, but that's pretty cheap anyway. The mower, we definitely should buy at some point because that one is worth buying because we're going to use that all the time. In fact, what we may do is sell the baler, buy that mower, and rent the baler from there on out, you know. Because the mower we're going to use many times of the year, and we're paying a lot right now on leasing costs. There's a giant pile. Actually, if we're going to buy the mower, we should probably do that before we use it any longer. Where are we at on the mower's usage at the moment? We are at, it's one of the leasing ones, the only leasing one. We're only at half an hour, so we've actually haven't used that much. We still got a little bit of cushion there. Probably what we'll do is finish it out with the lease cost right now. Not buy it yet, but the next time we have to come back through and mow, hopefully we have the money for it and can buy it then. I guess keeping this through the winter was a bit of a mistake. It was good to keep it every other month when we had it every month, but through the winter was several months there that we weren't using it. So that would have been a good time to get rid of it. All right, we're going to put a cut in there though. When we come back, we'll start baling. But I do appreciate you guys watching. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye. I wanted to give a special shout out to the following channel members. Thank you so much for supporting the channel.